I'm not sure if I actually kind of addressed this in the video, but I wasn't really aware during the intro, so I'll address it here. This is not a normal reaction for me at all because I feel like I'm going to do more than one Donda 2 reaction. This is just me kind of firsthand experiencing the audio from the live listening event that happened. It's not from the stem player. It's not from any actual, legitimate musical source. It's just from the live listening party. And I didn't do this with the first Donda, mostly because I was sure right after the listening party he dropped the album, and then he didn't, and it took him, another 2 months or so. But I ain't waiting this time. I do want to actually hear what's being brought to the table and what he's doing here. So this is my reaction to the audio from the new tracks at the listening party. So not all of it's good. Some of it's kind of messy, but I feel like I experienced, what there is. So I'll probably do another reaction when new stuff comes out. And generally speaking, I'll probably do multiple videos that'll kind of span my whole entire reaction of Donda 2. So I decided to try this rather than the method I did with the first Donda, which is one big reaction. So yeah, enjoy my pretty messy reaction to the incomplete live version of Donda 2. So this is going to be, it's titled different than most reactions, but generally this video is going to be like every album reaction I do. So Donda 2 premiered at a listening party last night. And I was a lot less attentive on not knowing things, because last time when Donda 1 came out, all I knew was some of the features that would be on the album on some of the tracks. Most of the features to me were actually surprises. And that was a really fun experience for me because I got to, get all these surprise features. But it was a little harder to avoid it considering the fact that when the Donda listening parties happened, I had something else going on when they were happening. This time I was at home. So it's kind of hard to avoid it. And I just decided it wasn't worth it. So I decided rather than going with what Donda 1's rollout was out, what Donda's first rollout was, which was listening parties and then album release, I'm going to do something where I'm going to react to each version of the album. Currently right here, I have a mega link that I've heard that I was told is from the stem player, but I don't know if it is because I've listened to some of the first track and it doesn't really sound, it sounds a little bit like it's live. And I just want to hear what this album is offering, what he's bringing to the table, and just hopefully get a taste of what's coming here. I haven't heard the most positive things. I've heard some positive things, but generally it sounds a little more mixed. But I do want to hear what this album has to offer. And I decided I would react to each version of this album if there's multiple versions of the album, because I don't really know if I'll ever hear this album in any other format than some mega link that someone downloaded from the stem player, because I'm not buying the stem player. I'm not wasting $200 on a Kanye album that I haven't heard is that amazing. And the features are crazy, but I don't know how amazing the record will be itself, considering how quickly this has been made. But I do want to hear what this has to offer. I do want to know what he's bringing to the table here. I don't know if this is the same track list as other people, but I think it kind of is. We got track number 1 is True Love. We got Broken Road, Too Easy, Get Lost, Fuck Flowers, Security, We Did It Kid, Pablo, Mr. Miyagi, Louie Bags, Do I Look Happy, Sci-Fi, Selfish, Lift Me Up, City of Gods, which I'll probably skip, and First Time in I actually can't see the rest of the title. But I want to hear what, currently right now we got 16 tracks, and I want to know what he's bringing to the table. I do know that to some degree it might not be it might not be the ideal reaction, but I kind of want to hear. I just want to hear it, and I'd rather not try and wait till he maybe will release it on Spotify, because I don't know if he will. It's not like with Donda where I was like, he will absolutely release it on Spotify. I don't know if he will. I have a good feeling he will at some point, but I don't know. So Donda 2, first listening party version, I guess that's what I'll call it. I'll see what I call it. Let's see what we got here. First we got True Love, featuring X, which I've heard some pretty good things about. And I haven't heard a new X feature in a long time. So let's hear what this first track has to offer. There's no way in hell this is not live. Like, listen to that audio. You can hear cheering in the back. I wonder how he got that. You really would have thought his label would have shoved all this out by now. And you'd say, maybe he got it, right after X died, but I feel like he would have used it already. I don't know. Interesting. That is a fucking good beat. This is not the first time a legendary rapper has opened their album with an X posthumous feature in recent times. I really want to hear this song in a super high quality. And actually, I really fucking like it. I just like it, man. Okay, True Love with X. I fucking like it, man. I really want him to get that one like out. Like, that's a fucking good track. Maybe if it is just the listening party audio, which I feel like it is, because it sounds like echoey and live, and the bass doesn't sound fully fleshed out. And I don't think Kanye would release this poorly mixed of an album. But unless I'm just completely wrong and this is actually the mixing. But this makes me hope that he really does, like, really, like, gets this album on streaming, really ups the production to it. And I actually kind of like the idea of releasing the raw version of an album and then later getting out the main version. I mean, I prefer just releasing the main version, but there is something kind of cool. But I really am excited to hear this track, hopefully hear this track at super high quality. Because that was really good. X's hook was beautiful. That Kanye had a great verse. I feel like he could totally give another verse on that track. I feel like he totally could have talked more about the struggles he was having. I loved the flow. I loved what he did on the verse. I feel like he could have had another verse on there, though. But actually, I fucking like that track. You know, so far, I like this. You know, I mean, considering the fact that I'm, like, listening to a downloaded file from the audio of a stadium in Miami, like, considering the quality I'm dealing with right now, this is actually not that bad. Weirdly enough, the thing about this is some guy posted this link, and somebody was like, "Is this the live or stem version?" And he's like, "Stem." And I'm like, okay, so it's stem. Does not fucking sound like the stem version. It could be, though. Who knows? Maybe it's possible the stem version doesn't have all the tracks, because I've heard that on the website you can get some of the tracks for free. I don't know. But next we got Broken Road with Don Toliver. I really liked Don Toliver in the last time he was on a Ye album. So let's see what he's got to bring here. Broken Road. Don, let's go. Ooh, that is somber. I know it's from the live version, but I feel like Ye's vocals could be louder. Huh. As much as I like that track, I do want more from it, you know? Like, more Ye on it. Once again, like, Ye could have more on it. I like Don Toliver a lot on it. I don't think he does something that no one could ever do, but I think the beat really works well with that. I think he has a really good hook. I think it's much better than what he was bringing on with Life of a Dawn. If it's much better than what he's bringing on that. But overall, track is all right. It's not incredible to me. I do like the beat. I do like what Ye brings on it. I feel like Ye, though, could use another verse. I don't know why a track like this has to be like 1:40. There's totally more potential with how this could be. Maybe it's just because it's, you know, such low quality and I'm kind of not experiencing in the same capacity. I kind of feel like it could have been longer, but I do like it. I don't think it's bad to any degree. Next we got Too Easy, which keeps reminding me of the Gunna Future track. I don't know. Let's hear what this one is. I ain't feeling this one. I'm not really feeling Ye on this. The beat's kind of cool, though. It feels kind of like wondrous. I like that. But what the fuck is Kanye doing? He's like high-pitched whispering. Like mumbling. What the fuck? Yeah, the beat is fucking good, but what is Ye doing? Man, I don't know if I want to deal with this for another 2 minutes. Why would you produce a beat so good and then, like, not try it all on your half? Like, why, what the fuck was that? Like, why the fuck is he, like, doing this high-pitched, like mumble singing? Nah, man. I didn't feel that one. I like the beat quite a lot. On Ye's half, though, that was kinda ass. Not gonna lie. It wasn't horrible, but yeah, I feel like that track could have been much better. All right, next we got Get Lost. Let's see what this one's bringing. This is really getting Up From the Ashes vibes. And I wasn't really all that crazy about Up From the Ashes, so I don't know. That was okay. I don't know. I mean, to me, when I was hearing it, I felt like I was listening to the more boring, like lame version of Up From the Ashes. And I don't know. I don't actually really feel like he would need to add. This is unlike Too Easy, where I feel like there's potential. He just botched it verse-wise. I don't think this track really needs to be on the full album, because, like, it's just kind of, I don't know, to me it's kind of boring. It's not bad, but definitely not all that interesting. Okay, yeah, Get Lost. Not all that in that one. Next we got Fuck Flowers, which I think is the one he put a tease out on Instagram, and I actually really fucking liked what I heard. So let's hear what Fuck Flowers brings to the table. Man, that is a really good beat. That's a really fucking good beat. Yeah, that sound, that's so fucking good. I love that. That's so good. 90% sure this is very heavily about Kim. I'm kind of fine with it though. Is the Let Me Breathe vocal him? Because that's very poorly mixed on if it is. I'm gonna be honest, man. I think that's my favorite track so far. Like even on this terrible audio, like even on this weaker audio version, I like what I hear. Like I really like the beat. I think it's really creative. I think Kanye has really good vocals on it. I think like some of the beat just hits really hard and super well. I'm actually really excited for that one to get a better release. That's a really good track. Much prefer that one, I think, to the last few. That's definitely my favorite so far. I don't know if it's called Fuck Flowers or just Flowers, but it's a really good track. I fuck with that one quite a lot. Okay, next we got, what do we got next? We got track 6, Security. Let's hear it. Yay, what the fuck is that beat? Man, this is fucking whack. What the fuck is this? I'm sorry, man. That beat is just ass. That's just bad. That's not just weak. That's just bad. Like, man, that sucked. I was just bad. Like, I guess Yay on it isn't so terrible. Like, I do like his just kind of like I'm gonna, like you better like back up, you're messing with my family. But it's corny on that note because it's cool, but it's also like a little corny of him, like the way he presents it. That fucking beat though, who the fuck said that was? I mean, nobody talks down to Ye, but like did Ye like sit there? He like mixed that shit. And he's like, yeah, this is hard. That was just dog shit. It was just bad. Like I hate to be that way, but like, man, why? Okay, that was a rough track. This album is super, it's super inconsistent so far. Like some of it I really love, and then some of it I like don't care for at all. This track though was definitely the worst so far. It was a rough one. Okay, next we got We Did It. Okay, this one I'm actually really excited for. We Did It, Kid, because we got Migos and Baby Keem, which is pretty exciting features. So let's hear it. I like the trumpets, but make it something. Come on, like, Ye gotta go hard on the beat. There we go. That one, I actually really like that. I feel like I'll like it a little more when it's in a better quality, but I thought the Migos were really fun in it. I do feel like Ye could have done more, because eventually at some point I was like, okay, Migos. Oh, Migos. Okay, it felt like a Migos track to some degree. But Baby Keem was good. I feel like both Ye and Baby Keem could have done more, though. But I'm looking at this new version, and this new version has some different versions of each song, like 4 different versions of Pablo, 4 different versions of Broken Road, 4 different versions of Security. Maybe those sound better than but this only has 4. Okay, so I think these are the 4 tracks that are actually out right now, if I'm correct. We got... Yeah, I got Beat It Up, Kid. That was actually a pretty fun song. I want to hear that in a better quality. Pablo's the track I've heard a bit about, actually. And I heard it because I heard a bit of it because I turned on I turned on the live stream briefly and I heard a bit of it. But I will say, with Pablo, I turned it on briefly. I heard a bit of it and that was cool. The only other time though I turned the live stream on was I turned it on when they were performing Off the Grid at the end. And I heard Fivio rapping and I turned it off instantly because of how offbeat he was. That was a dog shit ending. Like we need to talk about it because it was bad. But I turned it on for 1 second and I left. But here we go. Pablo, Future, Travis Scott. Kanye, Future, Travis is just a great trio. Like there's no way this is not going to be hard as fuck. So here we go. It's a good club banger actually. Nice. That track was pretty good actually. I really like, I had to calm my hair down because I kind of fucked up. I like the beat quite a lot. I like Ye quite a lot on it. I feel like Travis could have done more. I feel like he deserves more on that track. But Future Future had a great verse. The beat's really hard. I think it's a track though that I think I'll bump a lot more when it actually gets its official release. Because it's good. I like it. I like what it is. And I keep saying official release as if this isn't public to everyone. But I think to me, I'm kind of like, it doesn't really feel complete to me. So I'm kind of waiting for it to get like this complete version. Because I can't wait, especially to hear this song in a really complete large capacity. So yeah. Next we got Mr. Miyagi, which has got Future and Cardi on it. Really cool title to a song. I want to know why it's called that. But we got Future and Playboy Cardi and Mr. Miyagi. Let's go. Oh wow, he's doing a little bit of a lower voice there. Nice. Does that track have more to it? That feels like that wasn't over. I don't know if it needs to be a minute and a half. That was good though. That was a pretty hard track. Future had a pretty good verse on it. I really like Cardi. I mean, the brief time he's on it, I like it. But the beat itself is very good drill. It's very well produced. Very nice. I like it. Pretty good banger there. This album is not nearly as melodic as Donda. That's kind of an issue for me because that's kind of what I loved about Donda. And it makes it to me because I'm kind of like, okay, you know, it's not as melodic this time. It's more focused on these hard bangers. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. But like, part of me is a little bit like, man, it could be like part of the thing that made Donda so beautiful is like this beautiful dedication to his deceased mother, and these beautiful vocals kind of felt like he was speaking through that. And then this album is just kind of like, hey, yo, we back up, like bangers, you know, hard club bangers. And I'm like, why is it Donda? Like this is what my issue was when I was going into the record like a month ago when he announced it. I was like, are you going to have a good reason to call it Donda 2? And currently right now, he doesn't really have a good reason to call this Donda 2. Next we got Louie Bags with Jack Harlow, which I have a very good feeling this verse was recorded like the day of the album. So let's hope it's not complete dog shit. Here we go. Louie Bags, Jack Harlow, and Kanye. Let's go. I like that. That's a really good hurt. That's a really good cook, actually. This is like one of the more emotional verses on the album. I actually fuck with it heavily. I mean, I like it. He keeps going. Huh. Why did Jack Harlow do better on that song than Ye? Like, I did not... Man, Harlow knew what he was doing there. Like, way better than his other... Because his other shit is just the same kind of smooth flow white boy flex. And then there he was legitimately kind of emotional. He was legitimately talking about, you know, how his family sees his music and how they're kind of bothered by some of the things he says. You know, do you still go to church? I feel like way more like deeper about like his fame and his life as like an upcoming star. It was a little better than I felt like Ye's just repeating, I stopped buying bags after Virgil, or I stopped buying Louis bags after Virgil passed, which is a great line. It just kept going. I do really like the track though. Like I do really like it as a dedication to Virgil. I think it's a really, really solid track on that. I think it's somber. I think it's calm. I think it's actually one of my favorite tracks of Hearts. Definitely like top 3 so far. Let's see. Next we got Do I Look Happy with another Future verse. I know he executive produced it, so it makes perfect sense that he's on this again. But let's hear what we got to bring here. Do I Look Happy with Future. This is a 5-minute track. And that beat is pretty fucking hard, I'll be honest. Man, his flow, man. His flow is there. Woo. Man, Future been going for like a minute and a half, and he's not slowed down, man. He's been going strong for a minute and a half now. Okay, yeah, got this. Yeah, know what he's doing. You know what he's doing. I don't know if that needed to be 5 minutes, but I fuck with it. You know, I think the beat is pretty hard. I think Future gives a really good verse. I think Future is much better than Ye on it, though. I like Kanye, though. I do like what he did. I just don't think Kanye had enough material to last like the last like 2 minutes. Like he had like 2 or 3 minutes to rap. I don't think he really had the material to do that. But Future's part was really good. And I really fucking like the beat. I think it's a really hard beat. Overall, it's a nice song. I do quite appreciate the song. I think it's fun. It's a good banger. Don't think it needs to be 5 minutes, but I like it. You know, I like what it is. Next we got a Sci-fi I've actually heard some good things about this track, so let's hear what this one's bringing to the table. Another 4-minute track. So. Oh my god. He ain't sampling that, man. Are you gonna include the part of that skit? Nah? You just gonna skip over the punchline? You just skip over the punchline. I feel like that kind of ruins the point of that whole Kim Kardashian bit.
The reason why not including the punchline, in my opinion, is a really dumb move by Ye is because of how easily this song can be looked at as stupid now. Because all you have to do to make this song look stupid is just say, yeah, that whole opening skit he used as a flex, he cut out the part where there's a legitimate insult that attacks his personality by his ex-wife.
I like the orchestral, though. I actually quite like that background music. It actually reminds me of sci-fi movies.
Welcome to the sci-fi. Make a choice, oxygen and Wi-Fi.
That's a good fucking line. That's a fucking bad bar. Oh. Never rhyme semen with Morgan Freeman ever again. No one in hip-hop should ever do that again. Fucking hell.
I'm just going to remove myself from the situation before I lose myself. From the situation before I lose
You're not gonna I know you're not gonna fucking do that. You can't do that. Yeah, I actually like that song. I mean, the Kim sample at the beginning was a little weird, and I wasn't all that crazy about the length and some of the lines in there, but the overall song is pretty nice to me. Not incredible, but I do like it. Next, we got another X song. We got Selfish. Let's go.
President, don't look at me like I need medicine.
He is not hitting those notes very well at all. I really like the beat though. That's a very somber and nice. And it's actually really cool to hear X on this album, considering the fact that I never thought I'd hear new X. It's really nice to hear him. So I feel like that track could be better. I feel like it could be more buffed up. But I really like it. I really like the somberness to it. I like Ye. I actually quite like Ye's verse. I think some of the notes he hits are a little awkward, but I do like it overall. And X on that. X was great. X was actually really fucking great on that. Really great hook, really great beat. Overall, really liked it. All right, we got 3 more tracks. We got that. But I don't know if I'm gonna listen to this version of City of Gods because I feel like it's just gonna be. I feel like I don't need to react to a new version of City of Gods, especially because I just reacted to City of Gods like a week ago. But here we go. Lift Me Up with Vori. And I loved Vori. He's actually one of the best elements of the first Donda. So this is exciting for me. So here we go. Yeah, do you see why he was one of my favorite elements? He's fucking beautiful. This man is like a genius in his singing. That like violin in the back is really good, man. Is it gonna be a Kanye track at all? Is this still Kanye West's song, or is it Vori's? Oh, it's literally like not even a Kanye song. Like there's not even like a Kanye part. So it's a really good song. Oh, and Heaven and Hell just kicked into the very end. It's not even a Kanye song though. It's good. I do really like it. Vori was really beautiful on that. But it's where the fuck is Kanye? It's not even Kanye's song at this point. But it's really good. I just don't know what it's doing here. Okay, we got City of Gods here featuring Foo Fighters and Alicia Keys, but I don't like. Let's hear. I'm gonna play it for a little bit, and I'm gonna see if it's any different than the version I already have. That just sounds normal. Yeah, I think that's just the normal version. I think that's I typically don't react to new versions of songs, so I don't think I'll react. I really like the song though. My speaker is set to be loud because it was audio from the actual performance, and then somebody just dropped in a file of City of Gods in here, so this is how loud it is. So, all right, but we got the last track is First Time in a Long Time featuring Soulja Boy. What an outro, yay, what a beautiful outro. I need to see if there's other track lists out, because I have a feeling, I kind of believe he would end the album like this, but let's look up another, like, Donda 2 track list and see if anybody else is saying. this album ends differently. Let's see. This one has the XXL as a set list. We got, okay, so there's a few tracks I didn't get, but I want to see, is the outro? Yeah, the outro is, it is this first time in a long time, which, yeah, that's the fucking outro to the album. Okay, here we go. Final track of Donda 2, or is this version of it. First time in a long time with Soulja Boy. Nice. Let's hear it. French Montana wasn't on this, which was nice. I already like it. That's a cool beat, but it could be mixed a lot better with Ye's vocals. What is he gonna do, man? Oh, it fades out? That can't be the end. That's how it ends. Okay, that's how that ends. So I'm gonna read this, the XXL's version of what the track list is, because it seems like there's a few different tracks. We had a track. Okay, so yeah, it started with X, then we have Broken Road. There's I'm Finna Love Me. Wait, it was Broken Road. He only put auto-tune, but it didn't line up with any. Okay, so that was what was supposedly going to be like Cost Me, I think. Wait, hold up. I'm going to figure this track list out, okay? That was too easy. Oh, wait. Too Easy or Get Lost is one of those. But there's the track that's I'm Finna Love Me, which looks like I'm Finna Love Me was maybe Get Lost or Too Easy. It's one of those two. It might be Get Lost. Then there was Flowers, which was that song that had the heavy keys on it. I like that song, or Key Heavy, which is the key heavy song with the melody that bounced sporadically. But I like that track. That was the good one. Then I played Easy, which y'all can see my reaction. Wasn't crazy about it. Security, which was ass. There was the We Made It Kid, which I liked. I think that was the title. We Did It Kid. Pablo I liked. Then we had that one, Mr. Miyagi. He played Diet Coke, I guess, which is not really his song. He just produced it. But okay, Louie Back, which I liked. Do I Look Happy? Yeah. Sci-Fi. Selfish. That wasn't the version I heard, though. It was, yeah, I know it was actually Selfish. Selfish. Then he did Jesus is King, Hurricane, Lift Me. Or no, he did Lift Me Up. Then he did Alicia Keys. Then they did A City of Gods. Then they did First in a Long Time. Okay, so that is the full track list. There's a few tracks on the track list that was posted on Twitter. That's a little different. But for the most part, it makes most sense. It's not the same, though. Weirdly, I don't know why he would drop a track list on here that's like different than the actual one. Like Clothes for Business didn't appear anywhere in Candy Band. There's a few tracks that just are nowhere to be found. But like really, if we do judge this mega file that's from a listening party, even on the note that I listened to a terrible quality version, I'm not that crazy about this album. And it's not that it's a bad album to any degree. It's very well made. But it really feels rushed, and it really doesn't feel finished, like, at all. Like, I've gone back and I've heard the first versions of the Donda listening party, and to some degree, the album felt done. Like, to some degree, this just feels like it needs, like, another 2 months of mixing, adding new features, adding new verses, improving Ye's features on it, cleaning up the record, making it less of a mess. But this version, which from what I can tell is the version everybody heard last night, I'm not that crazy about it. And I don't like saying that because I want to really like everything Ye puts out. But I really feel like I did just listen to a bunch of thrown together leaked demos that Ye has. Most tracks on this album are good, but could be better with simple fixes. And it's not even the fact that's like, a lot of the mixing issues I can't really hear on this side of it. I know they're there. But a lot of the issues I feel, I'm just like, this track feels like it could be longer. This track could be shorter. Ye's not really doing anything all that incredible on the track, and he's just kind of wasting time. In the end, the album to me. But even on that note, I still feel like this album's intention and voice of reason is way weaker than the first. It's nowhere near the Let Me Praise God and Let Me Praise My Mother, which was what I loved about Donda. It was like the two most important aspects to Kanye, God and his mother. This album really didn't feel like it cared to talk about the loss of Donda. It didn't really it felt like most of the album he was just kind of like, man, my family issues suck right now. Which I get, I'm fine with him venting about it, but most points on this album, it doesn't feel like legitimately hear me out, hear all my struggle. It feels like him kind of whining about it. And I don't know, I don't really get into, I just didn't really get into that side of it. And a lot of the tracks on this album are more centered on just being bangers than they are on being any kind of emotional. It's like Pablo, We Did It Kid, Mr. Miyagi, Do I Look Happy? A lot of the tracks on this album I feel like could be a little more entertaining in that degree. But I'll go, the tracks I really like on this one, despite the issues I have with them, I like True Love. I think that one's pretty good. I really like Flowers. I think that one's actually one of my favorites on this album, which I feel like it's probably called Flowers, because the fact that the track list calls it Flowers, this one's just calling it Fuck Flowers for some reason. I think We Did It Kid's a pretty good one too. I like Pablo quite a lot. I do like Mr. Miyagi, despite the length of it. What else would I say I really like? Louie Bags has got to be one of my favorites. I think for the most part, I like Sci-Fi quite a lot, and Selfish. And for the first time in a long time, is actually an alright ending. But in the overall, the grand scheme of things, even if you were just to take these 16 tracks and discluding City of God, so 15 tracks, you were to up them up, you were to give great production, you were to make them more complete, add new features and stuff, I don't really feel like this album would actually be that great to me anyway. Like, I don't think it would even compare to the first one. And I think the majority of Kanye's catalog, it would be down there with Ye and Jesus is King as one of his weakest. Because I feel like in terms of the sound, the premise, the ideas, it's just not that interesting of an album to me. I don't know if maybe it's just that I feel like the way Ye has handled his family issues have been very childish, with the way he just spent all of Sunday just ranting about Pete Davidson and how he's just continued to do this thing. It's like, you know what, I'm going to release the album only on the stem player. There's things he's doing, and the way he's been, I mean, I guess the stem players aren't really dealing with his family, but specifically the way he's dealt with like this whole family thing has felt so obnoxious to me, to the point where I'm kind of sitting here and I'm like, why do you want me to hear you out? Because I did a few months ago, and I was like, I was on Ye's side for a bit. But now that he's been doing what he's did, it seems like he's the more problematic person between him and Kim, but it feels like he's kind of acting like Kim's super problematic in this situation. To me, it doesn't really feel like that. To me, I don't know if I'm all that crazy about it. I do want to say I think the album cover is really good. That's the thing that this album improves much upon than the first. I actually really like the idea of the house kind of representing Kanye's family and life burning, and it being on like this billboard stilt for the whole world to see. I actually think that's a really creative idea. And I think it connects very nicely with the end of the last listening party with the house burning down. Weirdly, with the last listening party, though, it ended with Kim and Kanye's reuniting. And then this one's just like, fuck that. So honestly, I hate to be mixed on it, but even with my issues, even if they were gone, I still think this would be one of the weaker Kanye albums. But I'm excited and interested to hear where this album goes in terms of upping it up, how it comes out on the full stem player. I feel like the album will be a little better in later times. But for now, this version of it, it's just okay to me. Yeah, I feel like it could have been better. But so far, it's not terrible. It's just not nearly one of Kanye's greatest. And I think part of the reason it's not all that amazing to me is because I think Kanye really limited himself. We didn't know this album was happening until January, and then he we didn't know it was happening until January, and then he set this release date, and it's this symbolic release date. But god damn it, there's no way he would have gotten it out by then. Like, there's no way he would have actually, put together the tracks well, make sure all the tracks sound nice, make sure they all have high quality. To me, I think this album is a bit like, it makes sense why it's weak from that aspect. It doesn't mean I'm like sitting here like, okay, it's weak because, he limited himself at how far it can go on it with little time to actually make the album. But even on that note, I still think this album is a little weak. And it kind of plays into what my fears were for the album anyway. So Donda 2 could have been better. Could be better. But we'll hear how it comes out later. What do you guys think on this new Ye record? Let me know in the comment section below. I'll probably do a second and third reaction for wherever this album moves in new directions. See you guys next time. Peace out. I'll probably review Ghetto Gods and Conway this weekend. I might react to Conway's record, though. I've been waiting on this one for a while. See you guys next time. Peace out. Bye.